Let's check out what the Showkreator has to offer after the plugin has done its work. The first thing the Showkreator will do for you is create symmetrical groups in relation to the position data in your patch. These will be used to create perfect-looking effects and delayed bumps. The Showkreator for MA3 is completely based on recipes. This means if you notice your group is incorrect after you already ran the plugin, you can easily update the group and then use the command cook sequence through to update all sequences. The Showkreator will also store worlds from your groups. These are used as filters for executors. Layout views will also be created for you, using the position data from your patch. For every group, there will be a front and top view layout. All these presets will also be stored by the plugin. Most of the time, color, position and zoom presets should be ready to use with minor updates. Every other preset is just a placeholder and needs manual updating. The Showkreator will store all of these presets regardless of which functionality your fixtures are equipped with. Now we'll get to the heart of the Showkreator, the playback functions. In the playback view, you can find executors that give you direct control over the main attributes of your fixture groups. The plugin will only create executors that contain information. For example, if your fixtures don't have a prism, the plugin will not create the executor for this. Let's start with the playback faders. You can find faders for front light, blinders, dimmer masters, dimmer, position and color effects, rotations, speeds and your haze and fog control. At the top, you can find a classic color picker, where you can choose colors for your fixture groups, 2 separate rows of bump executors and the high and low value for the color effect. Also, you can choose a fade or delay time for these executors here. The fade and delay time will also affect all position executors. Positions are split into separate buttons for pan and tilt. Pan executors have a blue color, while tilt executors are red. This gives you great flexibility with positions and allows you to combine and be creative. There is also a button for a custom position which contains pan and tilt values. To update this, take a look at preset number 13. Next to the positions you can find executors for attributes like zoom, gobo rotation, prism, iris and frost. Notice how you can only have one gobo wheel active at a time. The Showkreator also works in the background here to make sure you always have the correct focus in regard to gobo wheel and zoom. Let's check out the effects engine next. Even though GRANDMA3 works with phasers now, this effect engine is designed to help you make the switch from MA2 effects very quickly. First, activate the groups you would like to run the effect on. Now select your effect attributes. Run the effect by pushing up the corresponding fader. The level of the fader will control the effect size. Effect speed is controlled by the Speedmasters 1 to 3. If you like the current effect, you can store a preset within the engine to use it again later. Hit Store FX and select an empty item for the effect you want to store. Enter a label and confirm. In the Flash Select view you can choose filters for your dimmer and color bumps. The Showkreator for GRANDMA3 offers 2 separate rows of bump executors, which can be configured individually. You can also choose an off time for all bump buttons here. These buttons can be found on the fader page. Here is a list of all bumps that will be prepared for you. Even odd dimmer. All dimmer. Even odd color. All color. Color delayed in 4 directions. Left and right dimmer, for the first selection group only. And some 3-step dimmer buttons, also only for the first selection group. These buttons can also be easily updated to a different fixture selection. Let's say we want to change the fixtures in our even buttons. Navigate to the group pool and select the even group. Go to the layout view and change the selection with plus and minus. Now go back to the group pool and overwrite the even group. Use the Cook All Sequences macro in the macro view to update all buttons. You can do the same process for your fixture groups if you want to change the selection order. Let's check out some more buttons on the playback page. In the top left corner you can find swap buttons for your strobes. Right above every dimmer fader you can find a strobe and random strobe button for this group. Looking at the X keys, we can find some more strobe buttons. On the left side are flash buttons for your strobe group. On the right side, you can find some more variable buttons that correlate with the flash select from earlier. You can strobe, random strobe, strobe in white and random strobe in white. Last up in the playback section, we have the playback cue view. Here you can find 5 placeholders for solo buttons. When first trying to use these, they will be empty. To give them some life, we have to choose which fixtures we want to use for the solo, select them, and then hit the Update Solo macro in the macros pool. Now we can use these toggle buttons to give some nice highlights. If you are looking to program cue lists for a timecode show, also check out the TC and cue list view. Here you can find a plugin to create everything you need for a page-based timecode show. Enter pool number and a label and the plugin will create a fader page, sequence, timecode and macro to call all of this. Now you have all the tools you need to start your show. You can either have fun busking on this beautiful show file or start programming your cue lists right away. Thank you for checking out the Showkreator for GRANDMA3. If you want to learn more about the show file and all of its functions, follow along with the playlist. To purchase the show file, go to www.jdesign.lighting.